In part one of how to prepare for your Zoom presentation, I had you run through your presentation twice with an audience without recording it. The reason why is so that you could focus on improving the content with those two practice runs. When you actually record your presentation, now it's less about improving content and more about your energy and how you look and how the screen looks. So first, with your recording, once you view it, check your lighting. Is your face properly lit? Do you have soft window light? Do you need a fill light on the side or a light in the back behind you? Is there a glare on your forehead if you have a ceiling light directly over your head? Is it so bright that you're too blown out? Is the color temperature too warm or too cold? These settings can usually be adjusted on your lighting equipment. What's the quality of your webcam? Is it grainy? And often lighting can help correct this. You may be tempted to check your lighting by just turning on your phone camera and seeing how you look, but the lighting often looks different on your computer camera than it will on your phone. So you definitely want to check on the device that you will be using. So first was lighting. Second is check what is showing up on your screen. When you share your screen, is your bookmarks bar showing? If you're presenting slides, are you going to share your browser or your desktop? If you're sharing your desktop, check that there's no embarrassing or distracting files that you need to move. Third, how do you sound? Overall, you want to know that you have good audio quality, but also, are you talking at a good pace? I know I often need to slow down and pause to let people take in what I'm saying. I've also noticed when I've done recordings that I would end sentences frequently by saying, okay, right? And I would start them by saying, and so. Now doing that here and there would have been fine, but I was doing it a lot. And if you've done Toastmasters, they count your ums, ahs, and so's. But when we don't record this or have someone watching us, we often don't notice it. So let the recording show you how you sound and what filler words you're using. Fourth, how do you look? Are you looking close enough into the camera or are you looking down or to the side? You want to look as close to the camera as possible to make the appearance of eye contact with your audience. And where are you in the screen? Are you in the center? Are you in the side? Just be aware of that. And do your clothing colors and background colors work together? I like to wear solid, bright colors, and when I've done TV interviews, that's typically what's recommended. But you can do what works well for you. For whatever reason, you might want to be more neutral or you might want to stand out. I know people often advise against stripes, but if you have a good reason for doing that, that is your choice to make. Fifth, are you comfortable navigating the screen? Can you share your screen and click through the slides easily? Where will your notes be? If you're using Google Slides, you can put your notes in the speaker notes section and they'll show up in the presenter view. But if you're sharing your slides with other people, you might not want them to see your notes. I usually put my notes in Evernote in a separate window that's unshared. The benefit is that I can put my notes near the camera and still be making eye contact with my audience. But if your presentation is full screen, that's the best aesthetic for your viewers. However, that may mean you need two screens. And when you use two screens, you'll have to determine the best setup to look at your notes and still maintain good eye contact near the camera while viewing your slides and your notes. Are you comfortable opening up the chat and reading responses to what you're saying or reading questions that are coming up? Now that may sound easy to do, but when you're in the moment and you're thinking about so many things at once, you're talking, you're clicking, you're reading your notes, and you're trying to open the chat, you could get flustered if you haven't practiced this and you happen to go blank or forget where things are, or maybe something disappears from your screen for a second. So remember, check your lighting, check how your screen looks, how you sound, how you look, and make sure you're comfortable navigating the different windows on your screen.